Hi Capricorn, welcome to your March 2024 love reading. It's Raina here. I haven't done a love reading in a really long time, and I'm doing a 4 card. It's really not a spread. I'm just picking 4 cards, or actually 3 cards, now that I think about it. I even forgot my own spread. Yeah, it's a 3 card spread. All right, let's see what we have here. The card in the center is the focal card. It can be a concern of yours or a situation at hand. The Wheel of Fortune, and this is a card about the tides shifting, things changing, but it can be things changing for the better. So if you have been in a dry spell, this reading is for people who are single as well as people who are in relationships that are troubled and they're wondering if their relationship will ever improve. This is definitely a good card to have for either one of those situations. So for single people, this idea that now you're aligned with meeting the person that you're meant to be with. And if I look at the past position, we have a card of 5 of Wands. Now, this can be indicative of conflict. So for people who are coupled, maybe there's a lot of bickering, a lot of disagreements, not being on the same page. And how does that affect your relationships, your primary relationship? The Wheel of Fortune can mean that times are getting better. I think even for people who are coupled, because you have had a lot going on with relationships, but from your vantage point, because you have had Pluto in your sign for 15 years, that opposes the 7th house of marriage, partnership, that Cancer rules for your particular chart. Now, so it does trigger these kinds of things. And we just had a full moon in Cancer at the end of December. So that might have been, right after Christmas. So the whole idea is that one of the signs when people see that their relationship is on the rocks is when they seem to have even more disagreements. It's like they can't seem to get along. They can't seem to agree on anything. If you're single, the 5 of Wands can be getting back into the fray, meaning that if you have been single for a while, now you're ready to kind of rejoin that that kind of competitive. I don't know what I was going to say meat market. I said that for another sign because that's what they used to call dating. What do they call those singles bars? Meat markets, but it was like a play on words, like you're a piece of meat and you're also meeting someone. So yeah, so that kind of thing is going on, but the Wheel of Fortune is connected to Jupiter, so it can be very good. And it also, Jupiter is connected to travel. So if you have any travel plans, that could suggest that you might meet someone in, a foreign country, for instance. The outcome card is the Hangman. So this can suggest some sort of waiting period, or I would say rather than waiting period, there's a word or a phrase I'm always looking for when I think of that card, and I can't think of it. But basically, it's like when somebody's making a transition to a new phase of their life, there can be kind of this bridge, and there can be this period of time from one era to the next where it's like you're not just jumping into anything, which actually I think is a good thing, because when people are constantly in a situation where they're just like jumping from one relationship to the other, they never have a chance to kind of uh, process their relationship and really see what that has meant for them, before they jump into a new one. It's really good to analyze things and reflect on things and even just have time to oneself where you're not part of a couple and you're thinking for yourself and you're functioning on your own. That would be the ideal scenario, I think. But I do believe that Capricorns do tend to operate that way because you're not the kind of person to be very impetuous, jumping from one thing to the other. There might be a few of you that are outliers, but in general, I think Capricorns are fairly cautious and thoughtful in their actions. So let's pick one more card here, I'll just cut the deck to just give us more information. Okay. I'm going to pick another card as well. Okay. Well, that's interesting, the Tower card, because we're having eclipses in the next couple of months. And even now in February, that Libra eclipse, which is for Capricorn happening in your career sector, and the one in April is going to fall in your home and family sector. Even if that one in Libra is not necessarily going to affect your personal life directly, it will indirectly, because whatever happens to your career, let's say you get a promotion, but you get sent overseas, like the Wheel of Fortune is, you get sent to a foreign country, so you have to travel somewhere. You might meet your soulmate there. You never know. The Seven of Cups is a card of wishful thinking, muddled thinking, a lot of choices, but which one is the right one? And sometimes I think this comes up when somebody has been in a long-term relationship and they feel like they've been sprung loose, like they've been let out of jail. And because I'm getting that vibe too from the Five of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, like changing one's course. There being what's the term? A turning point in your life. And the Five of Wands is like, to me, this card of ambition and competition in particular. So if that's connected to your work life, that is going to automatically affect every area of your life. So, but just in general, this idea of like, who is right for me? And Seven of Cups, it can be that you're not really looking at things in a clear-headed way for whatever reason. Also, I think this card is connected to Pisces or Neptune, or I think I might have said that. And it can be a card of addiction. So I'm not saying it's on your end, but maybe you're involved with someone who has a problem with that, and your wishful thinking involves maybe being overly optimistic that this person can change and everything can, turn out all right in the end. And maybe you're fooling yourself. Maybe you're refusing to see what's right under your nose. And then we have the Tower card, and this is a card of that sort of major event happening, something that shakes your foundations even. But it's really, the Tower is a liberating kind of an energy. So by the way, when I do love readings, I see this as love at first sight. So, if you're putting yourself out there, it's possible that you will have this. And with the Seven of Cups, maybe it's like a soulmate situation due to the connection with Neptune. So you might be, it might be wishful thinking, but in a good way. So and I, like I said, this sense of being released from something, maybe some kind of a soul contract where you were with someone, but it wasn't really for the right reasons, except for the, I guess you could say, the spiritual reasons, that you had to, you felt like you had something that you had to, um, you know, sort out with that other person. And now it's like you feel that you don't owe anybody anything anymore. Okay, Capricorn, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.